Better a plague that affects something than no plague that affects nothing. Damn, they're like bosses. Hello? Hello? Why? You guys doing alright? Okay. Another mana egg. They're absolutely spoiling me with these. Oh, here we go, finally. Generally a taboo thing because of the impact the horse plague had on the entire world. It became a taboo after the horse plague, then. Which is perfectly understandable why, but
Take this.
before that it was fair game. What's that weird-ass saying? It's not a war crime until somebody first commits it? Something like that.
You can't get away with that. Blast!
It's not a war crime until 1,000 commits it. So 1,000 people committed? Really? That sounds a bit too lenient. Too forgiving.
All right, we won.
Honestly, I'm not even sure how a committee chooses what is and what isn't a war crime. Definitely an understatement, first number that came to mind. Should probably definitely lower the number then. But seriously, what is up with these guys? You doing alright? You scared of climbing down the box now? Thought it was a good idea at the time, but now you just learned you're scared of heights. God, I sort of got the bird's eye viewpoints are super finicky. Oh, these are stairs. I thought it was a weird sculpture thing. Kenna would probably be in the millions. Oh! Those are switches. Good to know. Why do you say Canada will probably be in the millions? What war crime has Canada done?
Please protect us. You can't
have 2 mana eggs.
See my power.
What the hell am I gonna use them on? I could probably use them both on Justin and Fina. Make everybody have 2 elemental affinities all together.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Canada has committed a lot. They made like the Geneva Convention was a checklist. Oh god, I keep yawning. I am super fucking sleepy. I don't know why. Also, how? Huh? First time I've heard about that. Granted, I'm not super knowledgeable of what it is and what isn't in the Geneva Convention, but from what little I know and understand, it should be pretty horrible stuff. What exactly has Canada been up to?
Try again.
One of the main reasons don't kill retreating soldiers is a war crime. What horrible wars has Canada been involved in? This is exceedingly worrisome activity. Ah, there's a lot of these guys. Kinda like we're invading their territory.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Oh, I should use the big, strong SP move Fina has and then just restore her SP back up. Alright, an item. Hopefully it's not another weed.
What a cinch.
Vaccines! I had ran out of them. Also good to know that killing retreating soldiers is a war crime. This one, I want to use this one because it massively gave a lot of experience for both the whip and the fire.
You can't get away with that! You'll never get away!
Like, that's an insanely powerful move. Holy shit.
Blast.
What does Canada even have
Cinch.
to fight against? Like, my only guess would be the natives. Canada fight a lot of the natives. Oh, the World Wars. Oh yeah, they also participated in the World Wars. Damn, Canadians were fucking ruthless then. Oh cool, Mad Riders. Sounds like fun. Fucking damn it, Gadwin. And the natives. There we go.
You can't get away with that!
I mentioned war crimes when we were talking about the plague that killed the horses because I'm pretty sure chemical warfare is a war crime. Don't quite know what else is.
You'll never get away!
Force the children to become more like them. Indigenous children, I mean. I know that is bad, but I can't remember what the name of that action is. How do you refer to that? Forgot the term, but America did the same thing with American Native Americans. I mean... yeah, any country that starts fighting the natives of that country is often gonna try and erase, modify their culture into their own. Okay, now they jump down.
You can't get away with that!
Yeah, something like that. Something like making people... No, lost the sentence again. Damn it. Try to make them forget their culture and make them follow their values and religion. Erasure. Is that something? Erasure of their culture. I think that's something. Oh shit, power whips at max. Nice.
You'll never get away! Come on, get up!
See my power!
God, I'm sure there's like a phrase for that.
Alright, we won!
Maybe erasure is it. I don't know. Unusual and unnecessary torture is another war crime, right? America did a lot to the names and only somewhat recently is trying to help. Pride and ego is definitely gonna keep people from apologizing. Dang, Ernest at max too.
Now I'm really angry. Frozen step! Brr!
Burnout!
Oh, flame burn 'em!
The Geneva Convention, as in the convention where people say, yeah, no, this shit's fucked up, we should never do that again, takes place after the wars and never during, right? Mutilation. Not how to spell this word, it took me a minute to spell it. And 2, cruel torture is a war crime. Japan did a lot of those too. Ugh, flinching out of how painful that sounds.
Frozen step! Brr! Hip hip hooray!
That's why we know so much about frostbite and hypothermia. Especially at late stages. It is a severely weird and fucked up silver lining to find on it. Not blaming you for it, but it's also ironic. Most definitely ironic that we know so much about those diseases because we basically tested them on people. Fucked up.
Oh, Earth, protect us all!
A lot worse on the animals if you think about it. Maybe because they don't know what the hell is going on or why it's happening?
Blast!
That move's a bit too flashing lights for me. Kind of annoying.
Earthquakes are scary!
Alright, that's a good battle cry. What here is said doesn't involve physical harm of animal experiment that you've done. Is it psychological harm? That's the only other type of fucked up experiment I can think of. You could say so, yes. Let's hear it then. Oh my god, they gave animals PTSD, didn't they? Oh, there's no way of getting back up through there, huh? Alright, good to know.
Here we go!
With being so close to a save point, there's no reason not to use the stronger abilities.
Blast!
That's make this kind of fun.
You'll never get away!
Again, those rider enemies' death noise sounds a lot like a... Okay, maybe not a cow, more like a bull. Like that stock bull sound.
Come, try again.
I am getting an awful lot of money. Which is always appreciated.
Blast!
Scientist was studying how long it takes for rats to drown. I don't know the time it took, but he saved the rat right before it drowned, and during his testing again on the same rat, he found out that the rat swam 3 times longer than the last time because it had faith that if it swam long enough, it will be safe like last time. It was having a living telephone cat experiment. Like the most terrifying way of teaching somebody how to swim. Oh god, that is a horrible way of teaching somebody to swim. Holy shit. Not familiar with the living telephone cat experiment. Honestly, the name doesn't make it sound super fucked up.
You're no match for me.
Even though Gadwin did basically nothing that fight.
This'll teach you.
Rats naturally know how to swim. It's more constantly making a rat swim till exhaustion. See how long it takes to drown and finding out through it that they will endure 3 times as long if they believe they will live. I don't know, it still sounds to me like they learn how to limit themselves so they don't exhaust themselves too easily while swimming. Learning how to not exhaust themselves too quickly. That's a proper phrase.
It's a tornado!
Here goes! Ha!
Okay, question. Does the living telephone cat experiment mean they're using a cat as a telephone? Like a conduit to... like a sort of... some sort of telephone? What's... like some sort of experiment to make it so the cat works as a tin on a string sort of telephone? That was a lot of words for trying to say something so small.
Please protect us! Frozen step! Brr!
Blast!
Okay, they targeted literally everybody else but Gadwin.
Oh, flame burn 'em! Frozen step! Brr!
Come, try again.
How long would it take for a rat to exhaust itself from swimming? That's a question I'm not looking for a concrete answer. That's just a hypothetical question. I don't want to get a rat to almost drown. Living telephone cat experiment was basically science. This took a stray off the street to test on them to understand the auditory nerve more, the one you hear from, and they essentially turned the cat into a living, working telephone by cutting up and putting wires into it, and they killed the cat after the experiment to see if the telephone would still work. It didn't. Out the street cat. I figured as much. One, it's probably good they kill it at the end to get it out of its misery. Two, I'm both horrified but also curious. What would be the speaker and what would be the receiver? What would work as the microphone and what would work as the speaker? Yeah, there we go. How the hell would that even work? Disgusted yet intrigued. Microphone was the ear. Ah, these guys don't stop cawing.
Heaven and earth.
Microphone as the ear with a...
Oh, Earth, protect us all!
I'm gonna guess that the speaker would be the open mouth of the cat. If I were to follow the fucked up logic of the experiment itself, I'm gonna guess they kept the cat's mouth open so that it could properly work as a speaker.
Get up!
Or maybe it was just no, what's it? One-sided telephone? That only work as a mic? No. No, because the experiment would be more interesting if they can make it so that the auditory nerve can process the incoming audio and vibrations to properly spit them back out. The cat was connected to a speaker which made the sound, but the microphone was the ear. Ugh. Blah, blah. Chills. I was asking myself, how can they connect the cat
Please
to a
protect
speaker,
us.
and I'm guessing more wires to the brain.
Come on, get up!
It also makes sense. The fucked up telephone would not work if the cat was dead, since I'm guessing the brain is what conducts what one listens and what one listens and what one doesn't listen.
Please protect us!
Probably.
Burnout!
Double counter.
All right,
Nice.
we won!
Oh, I can't pick up these swords. That's a shame. Connects to the auditory nerve in the brain, which would stop working once the animal was dead. I'm going to assume they didn't know that the auditory nerve connects to the brain, which would stop because if the brain would stop. I'm assuming they didn't know that fact when they tried to see if the animal was. No, hold on. I can definitely make this sentence. I'm hoping the scientists didn't know that the brain being turned on would be necessary for the experiment to work. Otherwise, they would just... Otherwise, if it was common knowledge, then they just killed the cat for no good fucking reason. They also did a massive amount of horrible experiments on a very dubiously necessary reason, but also meh. Ugh. Did that sentence make sense? God, I hope it did. Like, was the experiment necessary? Was it useful? Did we actually learn a bunch of stuff because of it? Or was it all wholly unnecessary? $19.20, so I don't know. Okay, then yeah, probably... It might have been the might have been one of the first experiences when trying to figure out how the auditory nerve worked.
Please
Nerve
protect
worked.
us.
So they get half of a pass on it. But only half, because Jesus Christ, that's still fucked up.
Oh, flame burn him!
You know what's helpful? I mean, you don't know if the news is about the 1929. I don't know how well communicated people were in 1929, so...
Burnout!
Sort of a big leap in our development in hearing aids. Also, that attack, that 0 damage. Wow. Edwin is strong as an ox. Alright, if it was a big and important leap in our development in hearing aids, then I guess I can chalk it up as being a necessary sacrifice.
Please protect us!
And then again, I don't know how else we would try and test that sort of stuff out. How do you test how a living body works if you don't experiment on a living body?
You can't get away with that!
Fucked up, but true. Clones. Alright, but I mean, no, that still doesn't. I mean, then we're just saying that clones are lesser than their originals while they are basically the same thing, the same entity. And that's a different can of worms.
See my power!
Also, we wouldn't have been able to learn a lot of things we know now if we waited for clones to exist.
Oh, flame burn him!
Counter and cancel move. Nice. I'm obviously taking my sweet ass time in these fights because I want to try and level them up as best as possible. More like clones without the ability to think and are just sort of a living body. Wouldn't that be more like a homunculus? I don't know, that feels more like a homunculus than a clone. Alright, there's a chest up ahead. It's like clone implies a copy of a living person. Well, a homunculus is just... I don't know how to properly put this on... Put this to words. Like a
Oh, flame
person
burn 'em.
built from nothing, which is not attached or similar to any human living beings.
Blast.
Appreciate today's version or the actual version of a homunculus. There's two versions of the word.
Frozen step. Brr.
I always thought a homunculus was just like a human that is slowly grown outside of the natural way of how a human normally grows.
Oh, flame burn 'em.
First time I've heard there's two different definitions. That is definitely a stock bull sound. Like, I've definitely heard that same noise clip before. Alright, fire and ice are close to leveling up. The original version is a small, artificially made humanoid. It doesn't fully look human. But today it completely changed to be an artificially made human that's not fully human. Huh. A sickle, alright. Those are one of my favorite types of weapons. For the sake of words. For the sake of these types of experiments, the latter. The closer it is to a human being, the better it would be for properly experimenting and seeing how the human body works. Doesn't have multiple definitions, but sort of changed culturally in media. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, the meaning sort of... Yeah, meaning sort of... Yeah, the meaning sort of... Yeah, the meaning sort of... Yeah, the meaning sort of... Bleh. The meaning of the word slowly changed into something sort of different, but also something still very similar. Same thing with golems. Please remind me how the definition of golems so slowly changed through time. I kinda wanna use a sick. Sounds more fun. Also, not quite sure how an attribute changes stuff. Not the definition, but how culture viewed them has changed. Like the mental image they get when they think of a golem? What was I doing again? Right, I got a sickle and I equipped it because sickles are cooler than normal axes. Collective consciousness? That's something here? That's something applicable here? Ooh. Different colored birds. I did not restore all my PNSP. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Flying dragon slap.
It says slap. He's hitting them with the broadside of their sword.
Gonna get you now!
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Burnout!
That's not. Ah, dang. Cancel moves.
Frozen step! Brr! This'll teach you. Burnout!
Golems are made of stone or clay, right? How would the definition... How would the... How can the way people perceive them change so much from that?
Bad, eh?
Or onto that? Into that, I mean. Oh yeah, a lot of things leveled up here. Nice. Oh hey, the staircase. The weird looking staircase. There we go. Being able to use the stronger magic attacks is always fun. Which is why I'm constantly using and abusing the same point. Boy, this looks like some nasty enemies. Originally, golems were creatures of clay, thus are just earth that helped and protected the weak, the Jewish skins that came from them. But as it went on, they were just creatures of any inanimate object that is thoughtless, uncaring, and only followed its master's orders. Huh. That's a... I don't know why, I feel like kinda sad, actually. But I honestly just...
Earthquakes are scary!
I don't know, why that battle cry is always... makes me smile. Just nice, helpful creatures turn into... soulless automatons. I don't know, doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah!
I don't know, kinda sad.
You'll never get away!
Burnout!
Oh, flame burn 'em! Not bad, eh?
Like a friendly giant. That sounds really nice. Can I turn these things from below? Might be able to. Hmm. A lot of creatures change from their original ideas as things. What are your favorite examples? Elaborate. No, it doesn't seem like I can move them around from down here. Like, from what hold on. From what little I've learned through cultural osmosis, is that kobolds are small dragon-like creatures that help dragons in general? Is that right? Wonder how those alarms work. How do you make alarms work in a mostly organic tower like this? Possibly through extreme vibrations and... Yeah, vibrations. How... Oh, how did I not notice his chest? Like how crickets, make really loud sounds. Maybe these mushrooms have something like that. Alright, I'm definitely missing something. And seeing as there's people up there, then... Alright, now I have a direction to try and reach. God, it's so slow falling from those things. Hobos were a German mythological creature that was generally labeled as on most creatures they were generally trickster as things go, but things like goblins, brownies, the spirit, hobgoblin, Klabautermen, and so many things were labeled kobolds. Wow. Kobold was quite the umbrella term then. Most creatures, they were generally tricksters as things go, but things like goblins, brownies... Yeah. Huh. Okay, I think I'm just running in circles. And how has the people's view morphed with time? Okay, I'm trying to follow the compass more. Oh my fucking god, these guys are still stuck on the fucking box. Insect kobolds are labeled upon most creatures. Now that's pretty much what I gained from the previous message. Yeah, no, these guys are just gonna stay up there for the rest of their lives, I guess. Now kobolds are generally split into two groups. The ones from the west are short humanoid dragon creatures that were made by dragons, and the ones from the east which are dog humanoid. Okay, yeah, yeah. Like, the only example I can think of the Eastern Kobold example would be from Dungeon Meshi. Huh. That's actually pretty interesting. Also, I am fucking lost. I have no clue what to do. A species made by dragons, though. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something probably very obvious, but I can't put my finger on what. Right, you just automatically slide down those things. Western kobolds are a lot more popular and widespread because of tabletop RPGs like D&D, Pathfinder and such, but the dark kobolds are still prominent. And also because the dark kobolds are kinda cuter. Oh, that's just the exit. Since Dungeon Meshi is an anime and so comes from the east, it makes sense they're the dark humanoid ones. I mean, I was mostly referring to the manga, but yeah. Get fucking down from there. Like, there's definitely something to do with this one fucking mushroom that's stuck in crystals. Right? It has to be. Also the short rat humanoid kobolds, but that only comes from few series. Alright, that's... Huh? That does sound like an interesting spin on the regular kobolds.
You'll never get away! Frozen step! Brr!
Oh shit, it's been 3 hours already.
Come, try again.
Should probably take a little bit of a break to refill my glass of water and get some food. Alright, fire skills and Fina. Fina the fire foam. Eek. Setting up a bourbon. Cause I gotta eat. Bourbon.